everyone. So you might have noticed that I'm wearing like the same outfit in the past couple videos. That's because today is my recording day. I like to set recording days aside to record quite a few videos that I could upload over the week. So in this video, I decided I wanted to talk about some mystical stuff. That's what this series is going to be called. It's going to be called Mystical Stuff, where I'm going to talk about my strange sort of paranormal experiences and just weird things that happen to me that I think are, you know, mystical and magical and worth sharing. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about my out-of-body experience. And here's the thing with me and out-of-body experiences. I don't necessarily think it's like something paranormal or magical or like the soul leaving the body. I do think it's all like neurological, but it's kind of fun to pretend that it could be something magical. I mean, we don't really know. Maybe we do. I'm sure science knows, but let's just say that we don't know. So for as long as I can remember, I've always been a lucid dreamer. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can remember my first ever dream. I had this super vivid dream whenever I was a kid that I'll share in another video, but I basically never forgot that dream. So I have the ability to control my dreams, and it's something that you have to kind of work at. This isn't some like psychic mystical mumbo jumbo. You can do this. Most people can do this, and it's so cool to be able to do this because obviously having your own little dream space to do whatever you want in, doesn't that sound so exciting? So basically, I've always had lucid dreams. Like, my dreams are so incredibly realistic. They're all in color. Sometimes I could feel things in my dreams. They're like just really, really detailed, crazy dreams, like things that I wish I could just like think up right now, because I would be writing all kinds of novels and creating all kinds of crazy art just based off my dreams. In fact, I want to do a dream diary series. Please let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But anyways, so as someone who is able to lucid dream and who can control her dreams sometimes, I decided to start researching more and more about dream control. Now this was whenever I was in 9th grade, so I was probably around 15 years old. So that was quite a while ago. It's kind of scary how much older I'm getting. But anyways, so basically I was doing research about dream control and I stumbled across astral projection. And that sounds like something that comes out of your butt, but it's actually something that comes out of your mind. So basically it's the ability to like leave your body and float around the room. So I had basically found a website back in the day about how to do this, and it had to do with being able to control your dreams, that you'd be able to leave your body. So what they said was that basically as you're falling asleep, try to keep your eyes open and stare at an object in your room and just keep staring at it. Well, I was just staring over at like something in my room, and before I knew it, I was looking at my ceiling. I was asleep, but I was somehow looking at my ceiling. Then I felt like all of this like shoo, shoo, like light shooting out of me, and I can like see it, and I felt like I had pins and needles all over. And then I just kind of felt myself like moving up, and it was so terrifying that I like freaked out and I like woke myself up and my heart was pounding. See, the crazy thing about out-of-body experiences is that there's some place between dreams and reality. Like, it feels like reality, like you're looking around and you're in your room, but it's a dream, but it feels like, hey, like I'm really here. So basically there was one other time I was able to get myself to do it again, and this time I was actually pretty scared, but I managed to like float over to my bulletin board and look at it. Now, knowing me, I was probably just sleepwalking, but it really was like looking at, you know, your room. So I remember like going down like my hallway, and then I got scared that there was gonna be ghosts in my house, because I was always like paranoid that like you're on like another plane and there's like ghosts there. So I really thought that, you know, a ghost was gonna get me, so I freaked out and like woke myself up. So I will say that I never saw my body during any of these experiences, which really sucks because it would have been so cool to have the effect of like, hey, there's my body. So I think it was more just like tapping into like whatever goes on in your brain that like you use for visualization and dreams and stuff. Just kind of flexing that little part. Obviously, I don't know the science behind any of this. I should have done research before this video. You can call me an idiot, I don't care. It's just something crazy that happened to me. So I was practicing these like every night, you know, either dream control, which is where you look for a trigger. I hate to use that word, but you look for a trigger in your dream. So as you're falling asleep, you keep telling yourself, I will remember all of my dreams and I'm gonna see this object in my dream and then I'll know I'm dreaming and I can control my dream. So for me, it was a watch on my wrist. So basically, whenever I entered the dream, I'd be like, all right, I'm here. Okay, I see the watch. I can do cartwheels now. So I'd like, it's so funny, like whenever I would control my dreams, the biggest thing I would do is just do cartwheels or like doggy paddle, float through the air. That was my ultimate, like, if you could do anything, that's what I decided to do. So things started to get a little bit scary and I had an insane out-of-body experience, hyper-realistic dream. I don't know what you'd call this. But basically, I was at school one day and I was not feeling good. Like, I just felt really sick. So I went to the nurse and got sent home, and I went home and I laid down for a nap. And literally like minutes into my nap, I had a wild out-of-body experience, and I don't care if y'all don't believe me, this happened. And this isn't super like far-fetched, like, oh my god, like your brain can do these things. At least mine can, I don't know. So anyways, so basically out of nowhere, I was flying down this highway. Like, I could almost feel the wind, it seemed like, and the sky looked kind of like, you know when they show like those animated like recreations of like nerves and stuff, and like you see all like the electricity going through it, something like that. Like the sky was like made of that, like those waves of electricity. And it was weird because it was like I was going super fast, but like the road underneath me was going kind of slow. It was this really strange sort of sensation. And so basically I'm like flying down this highway and it's like so real and so crazy, and I see this figure over to the side of the road, which, by the way, this highway, road, whatever it was actually the road in front of my middle school. And there's like this little like thing that goes off to the side where like I guess people can pull over, and it's kind of gravel. And on that gravel there was like this figure hovering, and it was like this guy, I guess, that was in like all white with like long blonde hair. And I was freaking out because I knew like my body was gonna fly into him, because like my body was just like for some reason just flying real fast down this road. So my body collided with him, and I swear to God, it was probably just a massive hallucination, but in his voice, I said, help me. I said, freaking help me. So after that, I jumped awake. I was covered in sweat. My heart was pounding. My adrenaline was like through the roof. Like, it was insane. And it was the craziest experience, if you can call that an experience, the craziest like dream-like experience of my life. Because like I said, whenever I would have these out-of-body experiences, they're someplace between a dream and reality. So like my hyper-realistic dreams, they were more real than that. And they felt honestly like reality, but obviously that's not reality. Like, I don't believe at this point in my life that's my soul leaving my body. I truly believe it's all neurological and it's all just something our brains can do and experience. But at the time, of course, I was like, I went to another plane and I encountered a ghost. So like part of me always wondered if it was like somebody like that died there, you know, because it's kind of like a wooded area, you know. So every time I would drive by there, I get like chills and like think of that crazy experience. So I actually haven't had an out-of-body experience pretty much since then, really. I have thought about trying it again, but I don't know, it kind of freaks me out. You know, I've heard stories about, you know, if you die in your dreams because they're so real, your body really thinks you die and really kills you, but obviously that's probably bullshit, but you just never know. So I just thought I would kind of share that with you guys. I want to do this kind of series of just like, you know, kind of kooky, mystical experiences. I don't know if I don't really believe in any of that stuff anymore, but it's just kind of like, oh my gosh moments, like, how did this happen? This is such a crazy coincidence. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because I've had a lot of experiences like that. It's just so weird, you know. You would think with some of the coincidences I encountered that I could win the lottery a couple of times, because the odds of some of the stuff that happens to me is just so crazy. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird little story time. If you ever had an out-of-body experience, let me know in the comments. Hopefully it wasn't like a near-death out-of-body experience, because those probably aren't very fun, but I'm sure like the crazy dream, visual kind of meditative out-of-body experiences are, you know, the fun ones. So anyways, you guys probably think this bitch is crazy. Oh my gosh, like, yeah, you are right, I am pretty crazy. But this stuff really happened to me, and I'm not like treating it like some kind of spiritual experience, which there's nothing wrong with treating it like that. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. But yeah, that's been fun to share. So anyways, I'll see you all later. So sweet dreams, bye.